The minute Mina steps into the arena, she becomes a tiny titan. It doesn't matter if the other horses are twice her size. This is her arena.
Mina!
And if they try to steal her spotlight, Mina bucks at them.
My vriendin.
And then she zooms at full speed. Her caregiver, Casteur, is always like, "Someone help me." Because every day, it's something new with her. One morning, she squeezes through the fence like it's not even there. And somehow, she still acts like she's done absolutely nothing wrong. But Mina wasn't always part of Casteur's life. In fact, meeting her happened completely by accident. Before Mina, Casteur had never owned a horse. He had never even owned a dog. But one day, Casteur passed a field of horses, and one tiny mare caught his attention. Her name was Mina. She was only 1 or 2 years old, and she was adorable. So every time Casteur walked through, he brought apples or little treats for her. But appearances were definitely deceiving. Mina was overweight, unbelievably stubborn, and completely obsessed with eating grass. The moment Casteur tried taking her for a walk, she buried her head in the ground instead.
Mina!
She bucked, jumped, threw her head from side to side, and sprinted wherever she wanted to go. The owner simply warned, "She's a total menace," but Casteur didn't care, because he already knew she was coming home. He adopted Mina right away, and was so excited to bond. But just 1 month later, everything changed, because Mina became seriously sick. She had something called strangles, and you could see the pain in her eyes. She stopped eating completely, and Casteur was so worried that he stayed with her day and night, and gave her treats so she'd feel better.
Mina.
Every day, Casteur did everything he could to ease her pain. All he wanted was for her to get better. Then, after weeks of waiting, something finally changed, and Mina started eating grass again. Little by little, her happy personality returned, and she had lost a lot of weight. But for the first time, Casteur watched her run across the pasture. Seeing her run again made every sleepless night worth it. Casteur was so relieved, but he quickly realized this was just the beginning. He still had so much to learn about horses, and Mina was about to become his greatest teacher. Because Mina's owner was right all along.
Mina, rustig.
She is a tiny menace. And she was only getting started. No matter how much she loved Casteur, listening was never really her thing.
Mina, rustig.
The moment she spotted fresh grass, every other plan instantly became irrelevant. She was surprisingly strong for such a tiny pony, and wasn't afraid to use that strength to get exactly where she wanted to go. If there wasn't grass to chase, she usually found another adventure instead. One day, she spotted her friends leaving the barn and decided she wasn't staying behind. So Mina tried to escape her stall, even though escaping it was supposed to be impossible. Somehow, that tiny pony always managed to surprise Casteur. The first time Mina met him, she suddenly started chasing Casteur. He had no idea she was simply trying to figure him out, so all he could think about was running away.
Mina.
But even with all her mischief, there was one place where Mina truly became herself, the arena. The second her hooves touched the sand, the queen arrived. She charged forward, leaving nothing but dust behind as she challenged every horse in her path.
Zijn niet beschaamd.
It didn't matter if the other horses were much taller than she was. Mina never hesitated to stand her ground.
Mina.
So every horse received exactly the same confident greeting from her. She'll tell them off even when they're not racing. And even tries to steal their food. Casteur worried they might fight, but surprisingly, the other horses don't mind her antics.
Away.
Somehow, they seemed more curious about Mina than bothered by her. She simply carried herself with a kind of confidence that couldn't be measured in height.
Oei, oei.
When she's focused on a race, she looks unbelievably proud and determined to beat everyone else. And every now and then, she races past Casteur with a look that says, "Did you see that?" And being the smallest pony in the stable never stopped her from acting like the biggest one. Casteur knew all she needed was some quality time and love. Now, she's a calm, loving girl with humans. Around horses, she still refuses to give up her crown. Casteur wouldn't change that fiery personality for anything. Caring for Mina's completely changed his family's life. Even when Casteur is away, his parents and girlfriend make sure Mina is always surrounded by people who love her. Their days now revolve around making sure she is never alone. Along the way, Mina taught them love, humility, and an entirely new way of communicating. Looking back, Casteur can't imagine life without the tiny pony, who turned everything upside down. He only hopes that Mina is just as happy with her new life as he is. And it certainly looks like she is.